I live here in Skamania County with my husband and my young son. He would go to one of these schools if he were old enough to be in class. And I am so grateful to be standing here with such an incredible team of leaders and people who have fierce loyalty to place, who really know what's worth fighting for in life and know how lucky we are to live in a place this rich in natural resources and culture, and who are going to stand up to make that level playing field that SRS represents happen for us. The sad truth is that we are now past the January deadline to extend this program and keep payment on track. It's why we are holding this press conference today. In Skamania County, only 1.8% of our land base can generate the revenue for vital public services. And that's due to the abundance of tax-exempt federal land. I come from a line of folks who worked in the woods, and I know how important our harvest rates are to preventing wildfire, which was one of the largest emitters of CO2 in our state last year, to keeping small businesses, family businesses operating and viable. If you're worried about consolidation of timberland, stalling these sales, putting us in a hole, that's not the way to create an efficient, competitive market where family businesses can compete. And as a result of all of these blows compounding damage to our economy, we've seen a loss of jobs, we've seen a loss of wealth in our community, we've seen a loss of families, and to small businesses. Our communities have been stopped from exercising this self-sufficiency due to interminable litigation and federal inaction. Part of the deal with SRS is that these federal funds would backfill our budget shortfalls and prevent that we have been prevented from generating ourselves due to the timber revenue declines. It is also the fundamental American principle that your zip code should not determine the caliber of education you receive. And help folks who choose to stay and fight and be loyal and get buried on the same land they were born on. Our rural schools and counties have already faced decades of painful cuts to our basics, consolidating schools and considering a 4-day school week. And this is even with SRS funding and a dedication to fiscal responsibility. Failing to reauthorize this SRS funding would devastate our schools, our jobs, their trades programs in these high schools, which are often the first thing to get cut. And here at Mount Pleasant School, these funds keep the doors open. It is as plain and simple as that. And the same goes for the Stevenson-Carson School District, where the budget is already set and they would have to make drastic cuts to staff and empty out funds for maintenance to old buildings. We are not talking about luxury programs here. We are talking about having heating and cooling and an AC system in our schools at a time when the classroom temperatures can reach 85 degrees on the inside. This is craziness. And we will not go quietly along with this inattention from federal agencies and the federal government. I've had the opportunity to visit the Shaw class at Stevenson High School, and these are incredibly bright, gifted kids, and they deserve a fair shot to have the skills to graduate with the resources to start their own businesses, have economic self-determination, to have real economic power, political agency, choice in where they live and how they make that living. Not to mention programs like WSU's Extension's Forest Youth Success, which give kids the opportunity to build the skills and nurture the gifts that they were born with.